What's going on, everyone? Back with another KBO slate breakdown. We have 5 games for Friday, another 5:30 a.m. Eastern time. Hopefully, you guys all had a good day yesterday. It was another solid day of KBO. Scored over 140 on Draftkings. The pitchers were on point. Jo with a monster game. Fernandez with another great game. So it was solid. The DO stack came through again. And then Preston Tucker was good with a couple hits. So looking to keep it rolling today, make it 3 in a row. If you want to join, you can hit the website links in the description or at the bottom of this video. Before we get into this breakdown, appreciate it if you would hit the like and subscribe. You can follow on Twitter. It's at the DFS process. Let's see if we can get 75 plus likes on the video. That would be appreciated. Now today, the thing we have to worry about is the weather a little bit. 40 right now, 42% chance of rain in the Hannibal game. Some of the other games have pretty low chance of rain. We'll see if any of these increase, but there is some risk in all of these games. So just keep in mind, we want to pay attention to that, as we've already had a slate that just completely turned around, went upside down with the weather. So right now, these are assuming all these games play without any like postponement or anything like that. Pitcher today, we have quite a bit of just mediocre arms, so there are some pitchers that I think you can definitely stack against, and I don't think the DO stack once again looks good today, but there are some other teams that I think have a chance to be the highest scoring team on the slate. As far as pitchers that I like Jay Hawk Lee at 9,700. Some of these pitchers are not correct on DraftKings, as has kind of been the case so far. Jay Hackley, 9,700. He looks good. It is Dan Straley tonight. He's at 7,000. Dan Straley looks great if this game is good without any concern, facing a very bad offense. And he has some look pretty sharp so far in the KBO. And then maybe I can look at like the Hong Hee Hang from KIW is only 90 or only 7,400. That's pretty cheap for him. And then I don't know if I want to get too risky. I'm definitely not playing anybody against DOO. Definitely not playing anybody against the Wiz today. I think they look like a good stack. So as far as pitchers I like, I think you can look at Jay Hackley. You can look at you here from DOO, and I like Straley right now and Han. So Hackley and Straley are right now the two guys that I have. Both are, pairing them together leaves you with enough salary that I'm not worried about it. As far as teams to stack today, there are quite a bit of good teams on a lot of good teams in good spots today. Starting with DOO, they're facing off against a Kia pitcher who is uh was pretty bad last couple years. He was Where is he? Here he is. He was, yeah, definitely bad last couple years. He was bad in the last start. The only thing he's good at is he's pretty good at getting some strikeouts in this league. In the last 2 years, he's actually been okay in that department, but not too concerned about it. A lot of these hitters don't strike out from the DO side that much, and their hitters are just on fire right now, so they look like a great stack. KT Wiz, I like them a lot today. They're facing off against a pitcher from the Samsung Lions who is where is he? Who is only 20 years old, but he was okay in the first start, 3 ERA, but he did give up 7 hits in 6 innings, had to throw 107 pitches, gave up a home run. Last year, he only had 68 strikeouts in 112 innings, so he's not a strikeout pitcher. These hitters should be able to put the ball in play, and they have some good hitters, as we know, with Mel Rojas and Kang, and even you. And the third baseman is also pretty good. Another team to look at stacking is the Dinos today, and that's because they're facing off against a pitcher who had the highest home run per nine last year in Sungwon Moon, and the first game gave up 2 bombs in just 5 and 2/3 innings. So he gives up a ton of power. There are a lot of good power hitters on the team. Altair, Sungbum Na, the catcher. So this and Park, third baseman, also with some power there. So definitely the Dinos look like a good team to stack. I think the Lodi Giants look pretty appealing as well, but I love the KIW side as well today, facing off from the Twins pitcher who 6.75 ERA in the first start. It was only one start, only threw 63 pitches. That was like his first start. He was coming out of the bullpen, so I don't know how long he's going to go if he only gets like 60 to 70 pitches. And, a lot of these teams' bullpens are also trash, so that looks good for the KIW team. And recently, they haven't looked great offensively, but this is a spot where they can get back on track. And first couple games of the year, they were on fire, so those are the four stacks that I love tonight. If I had to pick a fifth, it would be the Lodi Giants. But those are the four that I'm most interested in. At first base, Fernandez is now 6,300. He's fine if you can get to him, but I still think that JO is almost $2,000 cheaper. Continues to produce at a very high clip. At 4,500 is too cheap. He's just been amazing. Put up solid 31 fantasy points. Last night he's had him helped us cash last night, so price tag is not the very high on him still. So he's a guy that I will continue to play in great spots in another very good spot against one of the worst pitchers on the slate. Second baseman from the KIW side, we have Seo, $2,700, a great salary saver at 2,700 because he leads off for the team and he doesn't have a ton of power, but leading off at 2,700 in a spot that I do like. I like the stack. And second base is always filled with a lot of cheap options, so I do like to spend down a little bit at second base to spend up at outfielders at times. And this looks like a slate where I probably will do that again. At third base from the KT Wiz side, I like Juan here at 4,600. He's 4,600. He's facing off against a pretty poor pitcher, below average, I would say. Uh, he's been pretty good. If you look at his stats over the past couple years, definitely has the power. Over 20 home runs in 4 straight years. Now, last year he still hit 20, even though that was when home runs went down all across the board. So he definitely still has that pop. And he also can take off and run. A lot of still caught stealings, but double-digit steals in basically every year that he's been in this league. So he also has some speed, which is also very appealing on Draftkings and Fanduel as well. And then in the outfield, Mel Rojas looks great from that side. I like Kim as well. Jaehwan Kim continues to be amazing. Um, he's only he is now 5,300, but he's still affordable. And then I love Bai Ko Kang at 5,900, just because it's a lefty righty spot for him. Young kid, ton of power, ton of upside. He's going to be one of the best hitters in the league in a couple years, if not like maybe next year. He's already looking great. Uh, Power hits right in the heart of the lineup. I like this stack a lot, and yeah, it just makes it work. I feel like he can have a very good game today. Other guys that interest me are Mel Rojas Jr. in the outfield. Um, Kim at 5,300 looks great. Lee at just 4,300 looks good. Sungbum Na is always too cheap, 3,800. And then I don't know if I'll have to go much cheaper than that, but those handful from these teams I love. And we will head on over to FanDuel now. On FanDuel, pitching wise, I like definitely like the Lodi pitcher who's going to be Straley. Only concern is the weather. If there's any chance that this game is going to be postponed or delayed and he's going to be like an in-game delay, you obviously don't want to play a pitcher there. So we'll have to see. This is to be determined who will play, but I think he looks good. I linked NC pitcher Deucin at $24. And if you want to go with a little bit of a sneaky play, maybe the KT pitcher, but he is very young and he didn't throw like over 90 pitches in the first start, so maybe they're not going to push him too much. And then on this team, on FanDuel, I love the same stacks, but the KIW stack looks very appealing just because they're very cheap. Bung Ho Park at $14 looks very good, and that's very appealing. But really, this guy's been struggling, but this is a spot to get back on track. It's Ha Seong Kim. Price tag has come down on him just because he's been struggling. And if you want to look at the upside that he does have, he has some amazing upside because he will steal bags if he has multi. He's had multi-steal games last year plenty of times, and he also has some power, batting second overall. He's struggling. The reason he doesn't have any, only has one stolen base this year is because he's only batting 143. Been really bad so far, but it's a spot to get back on track. He's still young, and he also has power. So power and speed combo at only $12 in a great spot looks pretty appealing. I think you could also go with his teammate uh, at the infield spot if you want. 14 bucks for Bung Ho Park, and that's because this guy has just an immense amount of power. Last year, he bats cleanup, which is nice, but last year he hit 33 bombs. Year before that, 43, 53, 52. These 50 home run games or 50 home run seasons were when the ball was juiced a little bit. So far, batting average is a little bit lower, but he still has shown the power this year. 3 extra base hits out of his 7, and it's a spot that the stack should be looking pretty nice today. So no problem getting to them. And then in the outfield, I'd say continue to go with some of the KT Wiz players, and I like Huang again. He is just $9 here. Power upside and $9 looks nice. So those are the 4 guys I like on FanDuel. Pitcher to be determined as the weather will kind of dictate that, but stack wise, still the same kind of stacks that I love. The Also the dinos are nicely priced on FanDuel as always. You have Sungbum Knot $12, Yang is $13, Altair is just $9. So this team looks like a nice stack as well with KIW, KT, and Doosan. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Drop a like if you enjoyed, and good luck tonight.